Hello, everybody. Welcome. And I'm super excited to talk to you about one of my favorite seasons, which is spring. There's so much to love about spring, but honestly, one of the reasons I love it the most is because it's my birthday. Okay, so let's all gather around. Go ahead and just pause what you're doing. Close your eyes, feel your feet on the ground. Just take a big breath in. And exhale through the feet down into the earth. 2 more times, because 3 is my favorite number. Inhale. And exhale down into the earth. Last one. Inhale through the feet. And exhale down to the earth. Thank you for doing that with me. You can keep the eyes closed if you like, or feel free to open them. If you're in the middle of doing something like dishes or whatever, go ahead and go back to doing that. So, yes, I want to just come on and talk a little bit about some spring wellness and ways that you can utilize the energies and plants and medicine available to us through nature, through just like the natural alignment of what's happening in the cosmos, so that you can be a conduit for love, joy, vitality, health, wellness, you name it, and you can be a conduit for it. But it means stepping into alignment. So here are a few ways that you can align with the energy of spring. Okay, I have some notes here because I have stuff that I really don't want to forget to tell you. Okay. Okay, so the traditional meaning of spring. Spring has always been a time of renewal, of rebirth, and emergence. We're just kind of coming out of this long winter sleep, and it's like waking up from this long winter sleep. And this is across all cultures, like no matter like the time or the culture, this is something that is really quite unanimous, if I may. Even ancient festivals like Ostara come from the honor of balancing the light and dark around the equinox, and that returning of light after the equinox. It's really beautiful. And also, spring has really traditional agricultural roots as well. Spring is the time that we plant our seeds and we set our intentions of the bountiful harvest that we will reap later on in the year. It's a season of hope and of potential. Okay, so it's like you wish upon a star and you bide your time, you do your work, and because you know that the fruits of your labor will come to you when they are ripe. So energetic and spiritual meaning of spring. So spring really, as I said, symbolizes that shift of or I guess I was talking about winter sleep, but this really symbolizes the shift from that inner reflection energy of winter to a more like outward, not outwardly focused, because we still want to focus within, but it is a little bit more of an outward and expansive energy in spring. Nature also really reflects this shift. We see trees starting to bud. We see flowers starting to bloom. We see birds migrating. The days get longer. There's so many signs and signals. So regardless of what the calendar says, because, okay, I live in the Cariboo in British Columbia, and here winters have always been very cold and long, right? Like usually by Halloween, it is like -10 typically, and we go much of our winter with like, -20 to -40 snow, and then that starts to fade away, and usually we're snow free like into April. Well, in February, we were already well above zero and snow was gone which is like totally wild. I did grow up on Vancouver Island, so this is very like nostalgic for me. Like this feels natural and normal that spring should be like end of February and beginning of March. So like I'm like, oh, spring's right on time. But you know, like, is this a false spring, or like, is winter gonna snap back? No, I know that's not true, because I'm looking to nature for the signs and the signals. I'm feeling it within my body. I'm seeing it in the birds that are migrating back into our area. I'm noticing little shoots popping up. Like I went in the garden and my horseradish is starting to grow. We have raspberries starting to pop up. There's so many signs and signals that nature is showing me, no, spring really is here early this year. So it's a collective awakening. It's not just for us. It's for the entire collective. It's beautiful. I love it. So energetically, spring really invites us to release the heaviness of winter, that dense, deep, dark, not dark in a bad way, but just like that, like deep and dark inward. Like think of like just like a torch in a cave, you know, like it's very like quiet and still and inward. And spring is saying, hey, it's okay. Like let's energetically detox that out of the system, because our energy is starting to rise now. We're building for the high season of summer. Spring is very important to set ourselves up for this high energy of summer. So it's also a really great opportunity between the astrological new year, the equinox, the eclipse season, for us to set some really powerful seeds of intention. You can do that physically by planting your seeds in the ground as well and set beautiful intentions doing that as well. But you also can utilize some of the really cool other happenings of spring energetically as well. Okay, so planting new. What are you ready to grow this season? Hey, think about that. Even if you just take a few minutes and think about, hey, yeah, what do I want to grow? Not necessarily in your garden, although that too, because this is the time to be planning. But energetically and emotionally, you know, what are you planting right now that you want to see the fruits of your labor ripen later on, so that you may harvest that and be nourished by it, and then use the seeds from that fruit to plant again. See how this goes? Okay. Okay. So yeah, physically, energetically, we're stepping into more expansion. There's more sunlight. It's warmer. There's more energy for inspired action in this season. Okay. Some of the traditional wisdom, traditional herbal wisdom of spring. As a herbalist, of course, I'm going to talk about this. What is the first plant that comes up that has like some of the most potent medicine? What is one of those first early plants of spring? People hate it, but people who know better love it. Dandelion. If you fight the dandelions in your yard, could you please just cordon off a portion of dandelions that you don't fight against? They are the first food for the bees and other pollinators that come out early in the season. They are like, dandelion is one of the most powerful heart medicines that are available to us in nature. Isn't it kind of funny that the company that owns and produces the world's most consumed heart medication prescription also owns a product to kill nature's most powerful plant medicine for the heart? Is that kind of odd? Kind of funny? A little bit of coincidence there. I'll let you think about that. So please, leave the dandelions. Let them be. They are such an important part of nature and medicine for us in spring. So bitter greens. So dandelion, it's a bitter green. And I dare you. Okay, I'm going to challenge you. When you start to see dandelions popping up, if you know that they are safe, like they don't have anything sprayed on them, that they don't have any dog pee on them, things like that, I dare you, go ahead and just pick a dandelion flower, brush anything off of it, and pop it in your mouth and eat the whole flower. I dare wild. It's actually really amazing. My kids and I do it all the time and they love it. So dandelion and also nettle, that's a really great example as well of these early spring greens that are really powerful detoxifiers. The bitter herbs are really great for detoxifying the liver. Dandelion leaves are really nice for the kidneys, while the root is more potent for the liver. Burdock is another one that people fight all the time. It's listed as invasive. So if you have burdock growing, you can snip the seed pods so that it doesn't keep reproducing, but you can grow the burdock and harvest the root. And it is amazing. It is, wow. It is a powerful plant. It does a lot of medicine. It does a lot of medicine. It has a lot of medicine. Use my words. Okay. So spring herbs also, again, so nature is we are designed to be part of earth and sky. We are perfectly designed for this because the spring herbs that come up are the perfect herbs of exactly what our body needs at this time of year. So because spring is a real detox season, this is also a really great time to do parasite cleansing if you do that, spring and fall. But yeah, it's nature's way of helping us detox and cleanse from the inside out, and nature gives us everything we need. So yeah, so the spring herbs align with the body's natural cycle of shedding and renewal. It's amazing how that happens. Okay, one of my favorite categories, feminine and lunar connection. There's so much juice in this. Too much to go into in this video, but as a quick little, so spring energy is connected to the maiden archetype. She's young, she's coming into blossom, she's innocent, she's creative, and she is a fresh start. The lunar energy of spring would be the waxing moon. So we see coming out of the darkness, we see the energy growing and building. Everything is brightening and preparing for that peak energy, which would be this energy of summer, would be the full moon. So waxing moon, that growing energy, is the energy of spring. And the spring equinox is that perfect point of balance, which is a reminder for us to stay aligned with that inner and outer growth. Because as we move from that really deeply inward season of winter to the very much outward expansion energy of summer, we're kind of in that middle point, and the equinox is a really beautiful reminder to align with that balance of inner and outer. All right, so here are some practical embodiment practices to really harness that spring energy. I think I hear my husband and kids coming back. All right, let's do this. They popped out really quick and I thought, this is great. I have a few minutes. Okay. All right. So the ways that you can work with the spring energy are detoxing naturally with spring herbs and foods. So think, those spring greens, lemon comes to mind. Oh, lemon. Nice, really like fresh, bitter and astringent things to kind of like detox and dry up and get out. If you feel called to do so, go ahead and create a spiritual ritual for yourself. This could be something simple like a morning ritual where you bring your energy into alignment for the day through maybe journaling, pulling some cards, movement, music. There's so many things you can do. The list is endless. But even things like nature walks or intention setting, these things go a long way. The key, though, is consistency. So no matter what it is that you invite in as a ritual for yourself, stay consistent with it. So if you decide you're going to get more in touch with the lunar cycle and you want to get really into like new moon and full moon ceremonies for yourself, awesome, do that, but stay consistent. then you will begin to build on it, and you'll really feel that energy grow, and you really hone in on exactly how you want to do that for yourself. Also, move the body for so many reasons. We need to move our body to stay healthy. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Moving the body helps stimulate all of the systems in our body. So from a physical aspect, we need to stimulate our cardiovascular system. We need to stimulate our lymphatic system. We need to use our muscles to keep them strong. We need to bear weight so that we do not lose bone density, especially if you're like me and you are kind of in that, I'm kind of perimenopausal now, or maybe you're a little further along. We really need to focus on those weight-bearing exercises so we don't lose our bone density. We do need to cultivate long, lean muscle mass so that we can continue to be fat burning machines, because as we get onto perimenopause, sorry, this is like off from spring, but I really do need to talk about this. As we get further along in our perimenopause and into menopause, it's harder and harder to build muscle. When we start doing that physical work, it signals the body that there's stress, and it actually starts to produce more cortisol, which then makes us store more fat. So it's actually like, if we don't get a grip on it now, it becomes counterproductive, and we actually end up setting up ourselves for failure later on. So take it from me, please. Oh my gosh, do your workouts. Okay, sorry, that was like kind of ranty, but it's really important. It's like a very dear place in my heart. Okay, also cleanse and clear your energetic and physical space. So this is a great time to do some purging and decluttering and get stuff out of your house. Maybe do like a cleansing ritual for your home. As such is true for the body, like for example, with those spring herbs that come up that are aligned perfectly for us with this season. So hopefully this is a little bit helpful for you to get started on some energy and physical work for spring for yourself. If you are interested in these kind of things and you want to dive a little bit deeper, then please know that this is the perfect season to be aligning yourself in mind, body, and spirit for your growth. The more you align, and the more focused you are, and the more effort that you're putting, effort's not the right word, devotion. The more devoted you are to these types of practices, the more you feel in return back from doing this, and the greater shift you will feel through the season. Okay, so, wrong page. Okay, so if you want to go even deeper than this, then maybe you want to go into a full body reset. Maybe you would like an opportunity to do a deep dive with the herbals for spring, the energetic practices for spring, and embodiment practices, the moon magic or lunar wisdom of the season, some beautiful movement like yoga and Pilates that are wonderful for burning fat, building muscle, bringing the nervous system down, and naturally culminating that intention setting. Then perhaps you would like to step into my 8-week program that I have coming up. It's called Spring Renewal, Detox, Move, and Rise. It is launching with the full moon energy of April. I'm so excited for this. I chose to launch it on a full moon because it feels really celebratory. It feels like this really beautiful high energy to come parading in on. We can come together with this like fantastic, like, yeah. And then when things start to drop down with the new moon, we already will have our container set. I already will be there holding you through the whole lunar cycle. So let's talk a little bit about what's included. So we have deep natural detoxing and herbal wisdom. This doesn't mean that it's going to be rough and gross and you're going to feel ick. We're going to talk about ways that you can detox with the season and your body that feel natural and still help you keep living your life. We'll be strengthening and toning through yoga classes and Pilates classes taught by myself just for you guys. This is an exclusive community These are exclusive community classes that I'll be teaching. We'll be doing moon magic that is aligned with the lunar cycle to sync your body and your energy. So as women, we have these like deep feminine tides that roll through us, and our inner lunar cycle may not be the same as the outer lunar cycle, and we can learn more about that. But in the meantime, we can start learning how to work with the tides of the moon and the tides of our body in order to swim, not sink. Just to put it simply. We're also going to bring a lot of awareness to our hormones and our feminine cycle. It will take you so far when you understand how to, just like with the moon, when you can understand how to roll with your feminine cycle and maximize the times of most energy and rest during the times of lowest energy, and how to plan around that. So bringing some wisdom to the feminine cycles and our hormones, because I know you ladies, just like me, we are going through a lot of hormonal shifts. It's like reverse puberty. This is crazy. I know that there are still some women my age having babies, and that is some crazy hormonal shifting. Oh my Lanta. I remember going through having babies. It was wild. Wild. Pregnancy and then postpartum. Oh my gosh. We also will be doing energetic work and seasonal rituals to help you shed what's not serving you and usher in what you are deeply aligned with, and to help you rise into your full power as a woman. Not just rise into your full power as a woman, but as a woman of the collective, as a woman who is the matriarch of her family, as the woman you envision yourself being. If only I could just be her. You can rise into your power as her. So if this feels aligned to you, the waitlist is now open. Go ahead and jump on the list to be one of the first to know when the enrollment is open. If you are wanting to get on the wait list, please shoot me a message so that I can make sure you are added to my list. This also will give you access to early bird pricing. So if you want early bird pricing on this, please make sure you are on the wait list. Okay, yeah, this is the season that we are cleansing, we are awakening, we are rising. And I would love to be part of that with you. It would be such an honor to walk that path through this season with you, one of my favorite seasons of the year. Okay, so with that, I thank you for being part of this and sending you so much love as you go about your business. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's next.